What is going on, people? Sean Rash back here with another mock draft. Today we're going to do 10 team PPR number 7 spot. Number 7, not going to get one of those top 5 picks that everyone wants. We're going to go over the roster positions. We got one quarterback, two running backs, two wide receivers, one tight end, one flex, one kicker, one defense, 6 bench spots. Let's get it rolling. Drop your kicker and defense. If you don't know why, watch my other videos, but long story short, hold on to players right before the season starts, then drop them right before the first game. If you're going to have one of those positions, have a defense because you want a good matchup for week 1. But, if you have Aubrey, you're going to want to keep him. But regardless, let's get into it. Not the tax, just like into this. Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Jamar Chase, JSN, and Puka. Those are going to be the first 5. Up to you. These should be the first 2. Chase should be number 3. This is kind of up in the air. Puka, there's a case for Puka for 3. Realistically, I think JSN should be locked at 5, so it's actually Chase Puka right here. But yeah, and then 6, in my opinion, should be Amon-Ra next. Caffrey, the injuries, I don't trust it. I get that he's healthy, he's a beast, but I'm not trusting that. So right now I have some options. CeeDee Lamb. I like CeeDee Lamb a lot. I think they're going to be throwing the ball like crazy. Then there's Justin Jefferson if you buy into the Kyler Murray hype. I think he's going to go back to his old form, but like I said, not one of those top fantasy wide receivers. So I'm between CD, Justin Jefferson, and I am between potentially Jonathan Taylor, but I want to go with the more safe pick here. So I'm going to go with CeeDee Lamb. I think Dak Prescott is just a safe quarterback. He's going to toss a lot of yards. So we're going to go with CeeDee Lamb. Ideally, number 7 isn't the best spot, too. This is probably the worst spot to draft out of, in my opinion. You could go double RB if that's your strategy. I just didn't want Jonathan Taylor, I guess, as my first running back. They have a great offensive line, but last year the great game script was incredible. They were just dominating. This year, their defense isn't as good as last year, but they'll still do solid. But again, I just wanted to go Lamb for the point potential. And we got McCaffrey, Cook, Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Ashton Genty, Devon Achane, and we're up. So we went wide receiver. I'm definitely going to go running back here. Just looking at wide receiver, though, A.J. Brown, really intriguing. I'm on him this season, AO. Patriots, they just got him. They're going to throw him the ball. And better game scripts. But we're going to go running back here. Yesterday, I talked about these 3 running backs. At the moment, for me, I'm going to take Chase Brown. I like the upside in the Bengals offense this year. This could be the year. This could be the year for the Bengals. Joe Burrow could be healthy. They have the easiest wide receiver schedule. And, I know Chase is going to get those PPR points, but if they're ahead in games, they're just going to hand it off to him. And even with the backup quarterback, he did solid. He did good when Burrow wasn't playing. So, great pick. Saquon's definitely safer than Hampton. Hampton has really high upside because I like the offensive line. I'm just going with the safe pick. You need to really think about your order for those. But Drake London, Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, Chris Olave, Derrick Henry, Marion Hampton, Saquon Barkley, going 3 RBs. That looks like a pretty good team, not going to lie. But we need to see how they rebound in these next coming rounds. Kyron, Trey McBride, Devonta Smith, George Pickens, Zay Flowers, and we're up. Now, Brock Bowers, still on the board at 307. Very intriguing. Very intriguing. So we're looking at Brock Bowers, Rashee Rice, and I think he's going to be dominant this season. But, there's videos of how he's running with his knee, whatnot. He's not really, I would say, full speed yet, but I guarantee you he will be very soon. I just know he's going to get the ball. They have Kenneth Walker. They're going to run the ball to him so much. But then on the offense, they have Cyrus Allen, the deep threat, who's trying to make a name for himself. They have Kelsey, who's old, but he's still going to get the ball a little. But Rice is their main guy, and Worthy always deals with shoulder problems. So I'm looking at Rice right here. Me personally, um, Malik's he's just a beast. Let's look at his numbers his rookie year. Solid. He's going to get a lot of targets. With Dart, though, with Dart, actually, he didn't even play with Dart. So we don't really know their chemistry. I guarantee you will be good though. But I'd rather just go Rice just to play it safe. Although Kenneth Walker right here could be pretty good value. Let's see how many points Rice got last year. 150. How many games did he play? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He played 8. So 8 games, 150 times 2, 300 points. It's a lot of points. I really do have Rice above a lot of these wide receivers. I know Powers is here, but I really like Tyler Warren in the fifth. And Kenneth Walker as the third running back right now would be a great value. Huh. Uh, Just, I think right here what we're gonna do is we're gonna go with Rashee Rice. I'm feeling it this season. I feel like he's gonna get a lot of points. I kind of want to try this mock going less at running back, so we're just gonna get another wide receiver. We're just gonna throw him in every week, and he's gonna do good. That's that. Like Kenneth Walker could have been the better option, but we're gonna play thin on running back this draft. Josh Allen, Brock Bowers, Ted McMillan, Kenneth Walker, Malik Neighbors, Jeremiah Love. We're up. So I already have 2 wide receivers. I'm gonna start, so I could kind of pump the brakes, but same time it is the 4th round. We could solidify our third wide receiver. Garrett Wilson's going to get a lot of targets. T. Higgins, easy wide receiver schedule. Lad McConkey going to get the ball like crazy. They're going to be a better team this year. Still a little scared that another wide receiver come in. Jalen Waddle, new number 1. He's going to get the ball left and right. They're going to design plays for him. But the one guy we're going to draft is Emeka Egbuka. Long story short, there was a lot of catchable targets, uncatchable targets in the back half that he couldn't really do anything about. Baker's a great quarterback. I think that he's going to ball out, and I think Ibuka is going to get everything. They're like, people were like, this guy's a god in the first half of the season. They're not just going to completely get rid of that. This isn't a Brian Thomas Jr. situation. This is different. So we're going to take Ibuka. And now I'm going to kind of fade wide receiver because we already have 3 we're going to start every week in the flex. So now this is a chance to get our tight end and then see, quarterback, what range we want, and then running backs, just hammer them and just get them. So Lamar, Burrow, Drake May, Brees Hall, T. Higgins, DJ Moore, Luther Burden, Garrett Wilson, Travis Etienne, Javante Williams, DeAndre Swift, Cam Scattaboo, and we're up. Looking at the board, 2 teams don't have a tight end. There's Loveland and Warren. Now, Josh Jacobs still on the board in the 5th round is crazy. That is a great pick in the 5th. What I'm thinking is that I think I'm going to play the risky game. I don't think both of these teams take a tight end right here. I think it's worth the risk to get Jacobs as our second and hope that one of the tight ends come back to us. If it doesn't, that's going to suck, obviously, but we still have a great core right here. So we're going to take that risk. We're taking that risk. So I'm going to take Josh Jacobs. And if they don't come back to me, I'm going to get another wide receiver in McConkey and Waddle. And then our wide receiver depth is like set. So give me Josh Jacobs. McConkey, McLaurin, Jaden Daniels, Waddle, Devontae Adams, Colson Loveland, and we're up. Tyler Warren in the sixth is a cheat code, so we're taking Tyler Warren. Come on now, come on. Tootin, and Tootin's gonna have a great season, but Jacobs, like, phew, I'm not really worried about any suspension and whatnot. It seems like nothing's going to happen this season, so don't worry about that. But Tootin, Montgomery, Judkins, Odunze, Harold Fannin, Jalen Hurts, Bucky Irving, Dart, Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison, Mike Evans, Parker Washington, and we're up. They really had to take Parker Washington. Um, as far as wide receiver, I'm waiting. I already have three that I'm going to start. And I know there's some guys going later that you could always get, like Debo. You can get Diggs, still going late. Even Keenan Allen late. But, Quentin Johnston, Tyson, there's some Godwin, like Jacoby Myers. Like, there's options for just a fill in 1 week buy or injury. Now, I'm not quarterbacks. Trevor Lawrence is right here. Dak Prescott's right here. I could wait around and hopefully get one of them because only one team does not have a quarterback. So I'm on the Ramondre side, guys. I just don't think Ramondre is ever going away. Henderson's going to get the ball a lot. He could just be a great fourth running back to have. And I might have actually just talked myself into it. Oh, wait, actually, pause. I only have two running backs. I don't want him as a third. When you're low on running back, you kind of want someone that's going to start. Oh, a lot of contradictions in fantasy football. We know Warren is going to get the ball, same as Rico. It's going to be a split. New England's going to be a split. Price is going to get the ball to start the season, right? I don't need that, though, because I have two running backs I know I'm going to start. So it would make sense to get Henderson here. Definitely want to target Brooks going later in drafts. And maybe some of the Broncos backfield. Henderson's going to get play, though. Any of these wide receivers I'm interested in? No, I don't like Carnell Tate just because I'm not a big Titans guy. I think Cam Ward, I'm not buying the hype. He did solid last year, but people just think like Tate is gonna be a dog. I'm a Tate fan. It's just if you can't get him the ball, then what are you gonna do? They have Wandale coming in. I would like to see it first before it happens. They had Calvin Ridley last year, but they just can't get their main guy the ball. So I'm not in for that reason. If people were like, "Oh no, draft Tate," like they're gonna get him the ball, like show me first, because I haven't seen that. We're gonna take Henderson. He's gonna get some play. If one of my guys is hurt or whatever, he's gonna be in and playing. So and it's a nice upside pick too. So now we can kind of go more safe and secure. So Jameson Williams, Herbert, Tate, Watson, Price, Michael Wilson, we're up. Trevor and Dak are the two we're targeting right now. I could wait another round and be risky. And if someone wants to take another quarterback, be my guest, pal. Be my guest because they're gonna just ruin their chances of winning. Yes, that hurts me, but at the same time, you just got to play risks like that if there's someone worth getting right now. Committee, I could just get Ramondre and be like, all right, I will take one of them. That could be intriguing, and I might do it. I think there's a good chance Pittman is the number one in Pittsburgh. I think Godwin's going to get the ball a lot too. Could be nice with Ibuka, barring injury. I think that would make a lot of sense, but at the same time, I will be willing to wait another round. I think I might go wide receiver here just because there's going to be some running backs that come back to me that I like. Ramondre, with my build, Ramondre, Jonathan Brooks. Hmm. And yeah, like there's some great wide receiver names, but at the same time, I already have my three guys. So I'll just get whoever falls to me. We're going to take Ramondre and solidify the Patriots backfield. Yes, they will be in more shootouts, but since I have both, it's time to evaluate your team and see who you're going to start. So Godwin, Brian Thomas, DK Metcalf, Jalen Warren, Jordan Tyson, RJ Harvey, Rico Dowdle, Cortland Sutton, Chuba Hubbard, Wandale Robinson, Josh Downs, Makai Lemon, and we're up. We got a solid running back room. I'm waiting for Brooks. Probably going to get him very soon. Um, Dobbins too. He's getting the ball for the Broncos. They have a great offensive line. And do I think one of Myers, QJ, Pierce, or Pittman will fall to me? I think one of them will. So I like, and like I said, I'm okay with these guys being on my team because I have my three main guys. Let me stack up on running backs. So we're gonna get J.K. Uh, can't forget about quarterback too. Yeah, we cannot forget about quarterback. All right, I'm gonna let's see. I already have four running backs. I'm confident in, starting these guys on a rotation. So I will pump the brakes. Always remember, running backs drop like flies. They're easy to pick up on the waiver wire. So just to start the season, I'm good. Now, we were going to take wide receiver here, and the next turn we're going to get a quarterback, hoping people don't double up. Pittman on the Steelers is going to get the ball. He's going to get targeted from Aaron Rodgers. They love that 5 to 12 yard zone. And he's a competent, good wide receiver, and I know Aaron Rodgers is absolutely going to love him. Pierce, it's his first year as a number one. To me, that's scary. Yes, they paid him, and yes, he's going to get the ball a lot. He's also coming off a little ankle injury. Quentin Johnson has touchdown upside. Uh, I think I prefer Pittman, but Quentin Johnson, I would love to have on my team as well. Jacoby Myers, they traded for him. Again, he's going to get the ball, but I'm not sure how much Trevor's going to spread it out. And if they have a good offense, game script wise, not the best. We're going to go with Michael Pittman right here. Solid fourth guy. I will start him 1 week. Jacoby Myers, Alec Pierce, Kenny Gainwell, Tony Pollard, Corum, and Ungai were up. Four wide receivers, four running backs. Do I badly need J.K. Dobbins on my team? Do I think he's going to be a ringer, like an absolute fantasy winner for me? No. He's going to be a solid weekly starter. For me, at least, I don't want to lose out on my quarterback. I do not want to lose out on my quarterback. I know people are weird, and I know that they're like, let's take a backup, whatever. We're going to take Trevor Lawrence right here. He was QB4 last season, keeps getting better and better, and I think the offense is going to be top notch. And of course, no quarterbacks go, but at the same time, sometimes you have to just do that. So Trevor Lawrence, Quentin Johnson, Jaden Reed, Rashad White, Aaron Jones, J.K. Dobbins, Brooks, Mason, Addison, Romeo Dobbs, Kyle Pitts, Kraft, Coker. Realistically, a smart thing to always do is like, if you're like, hey, I don't take a quarterback, if no one falls to me, wait later and you can get someone like, Purdy or Mahomes. That's always a smart thing. So if I didn't take Trevor, I would have got a running back. Well, I guess just like another wide receiver like Quentin, but in the same thing, like I think Trevor is gonna ball, so that's why I chose that jump. If there was someone where it's like great value, they're not gonna be top five, but still good. Like I'm not trying to do that. So Quentin, yeah, okay, we read those. All right, so we got four running backs, four wide receivers, and we don't need another quarterback or tight end. Although Trevor is a hard start to the season, so you will have to plan like, hey, if Trevor's first thing, like for example, Purdy's playing the Rams week 1. If you have Purdy, pick up another quarterback and start the other quarterback. You have to plan out before your draft. I'm just gonna keep Trevor for this draft though, but let's see. I definitely want to take shots at wide receivers now before it dies out. As far as running backs, who do we have, man? I'm not gonna get the Bengals backups. Packers backups always get hurt. Fine with that. I might get like some of the Broncos running backs, like Jonah Coleman. I think that's who I'm gonna try to get. But are there any wide receivers that I find interesting? Yeah, Debo Samuel. But also, look, I almost clicked. There are tight ends though available if you need to start someone in your flex. And Sam Laporta, sleeper app, weird because he should be gone. Like people should be taking him. But I want a piece of that Lions offense. And until these guys start coming up, just keep giving me the tight ends, baby. Keep giving me the tight ends. So Worthy, Shakir, Higgins, Kelsey, Prescott, Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt. We're up. Oh, George Kittle's on the board. Do I want a third? You could realistically always use it as trade bait. I think I'd be just with the touchdown upside. I'd be willing to take Kittle in a good positive matchup. Jake Ferguson, and I know it's crazy, three tight ends, but you just build up on the depth, guys. Ferguson, Chris Rodriguez, Tyrone Tracy, Patrick Mahomes, Brock Purdy, Isaiah Likely, Rashid Shaheed, Ryan Robinson, Tajay Spears, Tyler Algier, Alvin Kamara, Jonah Coleman, the pick before us. Oh, brother. So last two picks, kicker defense, but we're just gonna get depth pieces where we could listen in training camp, who's doing good, what not. Um, Sharps will come back in the second half of the season. I think Price is gonna do good. I don't want a split backfield situation. Key Mitchell, been hearing a lot. Good back, Chargers, anything happens. Pacheco, same. He's not gonna get any play, but if Gibbs ever got hurt, great. We're gonna take Debo here, and then we're gonna take those two. We're gonna take one of the running backs. We're gonna take Keaton as one, and then Damon Claiborne as two, because I've been hearing amazing things about this guy. So looking at this team, we got quarterback Trevor Lawrence, running back Chase Brown, Josh Jacobs, Travion Henderson, Ramondre Stevenson. We got three starting running backs within their core. Keaton Mitchell and Claiborne as handcuffs. Again, watch that waiver wire. Pick people up before it's going to happen. Manage it well. Wide receiver, we got Lamb, Rashee Rice, Ibuka. I'm starting those three. Got Pittman, and we got Debo. And then tight ends, we got Tyler Warren, Sam Laporta, and Kittle, because the wide receivers were doo-doo. Let's get better pieces. You can find out who's playing hot, who's not, trade them, whatever. But yeah, guys, that's it. I felt like this was a really good team. If, let's say, Ibuka sucks, let's say if Rashee Rice gets hurt, we have Lamb, and then we have Michael Pittman, solid guy holding down the fort, and hopefully Debo steps up. And like I said, we have those tight ends where we could put one of them in the flex and have two tight ends every week. These guys are elite, and we could end up trading one of them. But yeah, there you have it. It's all about moving around and finessing. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. Let me know best works picks. And until next time, peace.